This month marks 44 years since the Gratto fire in Cohoes. 7 children and their father, John Gratto Sr., died trapped in their home. Virginia Gratto, mother and wife, was suspected of setting the fire but never charged. The Gratto family had a troubled history. John Gratto served jail time for molesting his 8-year-old child. After the fire, Virginia went to Washington State, where our crew met her for an interview.
Omak is a small community 50 miles south of the Canadian border here in Washington State. It is here that Virginia Gratto came 6 weeks after the death of her husband and 7 children, hoping to build a new life. After a one-day romance, she married apple farmer Norm Utegard, 22 years her senior. Virginia's new life is in sharp contrast to the one she lived before. Having spent nearly 30 years in cities, she is adjusting to the rigors of farm life. Although she is 6 months pregnant with her dead husband's child, she puts in a 7-day week on this 73-acre apple and pear orchard alongside her new husband. Their romance sounds like a soap opera script. Norm's brother had seen newspaper accounts of the fire and wrote her a sympathy card. That started a long-distance correspondence. A few weeks after the fire, she packed up the family car, pitched her tent in campgrounds across country, and finally ended up in Omak. After a brief visit with her long-distance friend, she was packing to leave when Brother Norm showed up. He talked her into staying an extra day, and on that day proposed. They drove into Idaho and got married. For Norm Utegard, the decision seemed perfectly normal.
We're so much alike, and I've yet to find anything that I like that Virginia doesn't. Just kind of like somebody had something to do with putting us together.
After knowing her for 2 months, how do you feel about all the implications of what's being said?
Well, I have no, I'm not uptight about them at all, because I'm sure that they're all a bunch of baloney. I really don't think when the truth comes out, and if they really want to get the truth, that they're going to figure out that they've been really giving her a rough time for nothing.
You've got an automatic vote of confidence, it looks like.
Yeah. Constant. It's really good.
My intuition about people has been, I've never really found it wrong.
But Virginia Gratto Utegard's attempt to find a new life is clouded by the innuendo and suspicion that hangs over the June 2nd mystery fire. The details of her life that have been made public paint a troubled picture. An alcoholic husband, once charged with assault for beating her. Another jail term he served for committing deviant sex acts on her 8-year-old daughter. Despite those facts, she speaks of him without bitterness.
Was your life with John Gratto in any way a disappointment? I mean, did you feel?
No.
You know, it was what you expected, or?
It was sort of a challenge, but no, you don't expect anything, really. Just go day by day. And really, the children were my life. I really put it down to it.
Oh, how would you consider that he treated you? You know, overall, was he a good husband in your view? And did he treat you and the children well, or?
Oh, he was marvelous with children.
Really?
Yeah. Of course, every marriage has a few fights, but I loved him very much. And that's the way I felt about him. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stayed with him.
For Virginia Gratto Utegard, the days now are happier. But she says that she relives the fire in her dreams. She wakes up smelling smoke where there is none. And she says the 7 dead children remain fixed in her memory.
I dream about them constantly. They'll always be with me. And I'm very grateful I did find someone else. He's been very good to me. And I am happy out here. Very happy. The worst time of all is at night, when I do have the dreams. And just start it all over again.
The dark suspicions that continue to dog her path revolve around Virginia Gratto's actions the night of the fatal fire. In tomorrow night's report, she traces those events in minute detail. Richard Townley, Newswatch 13 in Omak, Washington.
The story continues tomorrow. Richard asks hard questions, going minute by minute the night of that fire. Opening News Vault 13, I'm Rachel Teedy.